Here's a new device from Samsung, a 7,000 milliamp hour mid-range phone. How about that for a marketing spec? It's an interesting one. It's so much about cameras and refresh rates lately as far as how to market a phone. But you kind of wonder sometimes about the features that really matter to absolutely everyone. And you start to think about battery life, because this is one of those ones, particularly at the mid-range, that, could be a real differentiator. 7,000 milliamp hour on a mid-range phone could supply you with some astronomical battery life figures. Multi-day type situations, which is kind of cool. It's kind of the dream, a multi-day smartphone charge. But for whatever reason, likely to do with the fact that our phones have to be so slender all the time.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a huge increase in battery capacity over the last little while. But here's an example of a mid-range target where they say, okay, it's not going to have the latest processor. Okay, it's not going to have a bunch of other flagship specifications at the mid-range price point. But what if we just give it a big battery? Let's see what happens. Well, if that's the case here with the Galaxy F62, 7,000 milliamp hour battery. It's going to have an older chip in it, an Exynos 9825, which was previously used in the Galaxy Note 10. So it's a few generation old chip, but it was a flagship chip at one point. Some other specifications on here: 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, 128 storage, and a micro SD card slot. But that headline feature is this enormous battery. Now, unfortunately for you, Willie Doo, it is going to be an India release, February 22nd, for around $330. I say unfortunately for you because it's going to be tough for you to get your hands on one.
No.
However, the A series may follow suit with a similar spec sheet, and that might be available to you at a later date.
Oh, yeah.
But how about that for an option? A 7,000 milliamp hour smartphone for around the equivalent $330 USD.
That's great.